Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Please hit that like button. How is everyone doing? Happy, what's today? Today is a Monday, ain't it? Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. I hope work hasn't been stressful. Has it been okay? Hope you guys have had a good day so far. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Happy Monday. Hey everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hi Tommy, how are you? Interestingly enough, I can see one of your comments on saying happy Monday on my phone, but I can't see it in the chat, which is so weird. But anyway, hello, hello. How are you? What are you drinking tonight? How is everyone doing? Are the drinks flowing? Hi Paula, how are you? Thanks for joining. Please hit that like button. Let us know how you're doing and what are you drinking in the chat tonight. Okay, everyone. Hope you guys have had a wonderful day. Um, Today we have quite a bit to get through, and then of course, if anything else comes up in the social media streets whilst we are on live. Um, I'm also conscious that this is the first time I'm back on live since last week, so I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend as well. If you guys did anything interesting, put it in the chat. Let's see what you guys did for the weekend. Um, for me, mine has been like my weekend was pretty honestly. I was just relaxing because I wasn't feeling too good. So most of my weekend was just resting. And then on Sunday I just streamed church. But yeah, I feel like I can't wait to be like in a completely different space where I'm out every weekend or at least most weekends. But for now, I just have to focus on like my health, business and stuff like that right now. So, yeah. Tommy says, please click the like button as you join in. There's a lot of tea to spill today. Okay, the tea runneth over. Okay. Ooh, Tommy had a fun weekend. Tommy is our mod, for those of you who don't know. Tommy went for a rave this weekend. How was it? Did you have fun? Let me know. Like, what was the rave like? Did you enjoy it? Like, let us know. I'm excited for you because this is the most fun I've had in a while hearing about your rave. So please let us know in the chat how that was. So, guys, in terms of what we're talking about today, we have quite a bit to talk about. We're going to talk about Ralph. We're going to talk about Martell Holt. Yeah. I don't even know where to start from with Martell. I feel like I can't believe that we're still talking about Martell. Even though the show is not currently on right now, they're on a break, but still, there's just stuff to talk about when it comes to Martell. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. I know a lot of people were sort of feeling like part of the commentary about who Martell is, and Martell posting the kids, was all a bit intense. But seeing the way Martell is behaving, even after that, just shows that I was right all along. That man is unhinged, in my opinion, and he's not going to change. Okay? At least for now, unless something drastic happens. So, from what we know about Martell, he ain't changing unless something drastic happens. So, we are going to talk about Martell and Ralph because they teamed up, the team up we did not need. So we are going to talk about Ralph. We're going to talk a little bit about Miss Wanda as well. She went on live and she was saying some things which was giving the impression that she's, trying to move on from a lot of the things that she has said about Melody. So we will talk about that as well. Um we are going to talk about like some other bits as well. I'm just trying to go through the messages. We are also going to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac as well. Because I feel like there's definitely stuff we need to talk about in relation to Real Housewives of Potomac. Um yeah, so we are going to talk about all of those things, right? But yeah, just one thing I need from you is please hit that like button and share this live if you can so that other people can be able to join in as well. So back to Tommy's rave before we start. Tommy said, I had too much fun. It was EDM music and Afrocentric sounds. Oh, sounds amazing. Sounds like a bowl of fun. Love that for you, man. Enjoy yourself. Um, Martell is so desperate for attention. You absolutely called it. He is relishing when it comes to attention, and we will discuss him in a second. I'm just giving you guys some time to come in. So just as you come in, like I said, please hit that like button. And yeah, let's get into it. Hey, Miss Linda Gamble. It's so nice to have you here. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hey, Alf Dallas. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're definitely going to be getting into it. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Okay, guys, let's get into it. So I'm going to put this back up because I think this is probably where we should start. Let's start with Mr. Martell and Ralph. So Martell and Ralph decided to go live. I don't know whose idea that was, but they decided to team up and give us the content that we didn't even know we needed. Okay. So the bits that I think is just ridiculous to me, right? Well, a lot of things, the whole thing was ridiculous to me, but the bit that really caught me is they're literally out here hanging out, but yet they want to go live. I'm like, okay, cool. The next thing, and this is how you know the melodies are still playing in Martell's system. The melodies, if you know her song, you know what I'm talking about. The melodies are playing in Martell's system. Because why on earth is he still talking about his ex wife? It's like ninja rest. How long has it been? It's been years now. Can we give it a rest? Can we move on to other things? Sir, what is going on? Why are you so pressed? Right? And so that's the big thing that I really can't stand when it comes to Martell and Ralph. Martell in particular. Because then they start arguing about, oh, or starts joking about like who's worse between himself, between Ralph and him. And it's like, okay, who's worse? Who cares who's worse? You're both nuts. How about that? Who cares who's worse? You both need to be in timeout. How about that? And so I just think it's very, very weird. The whole thing was just very, very weird. Ralph started like saying, Martell starts joking and then says, tells everyone to choose between he and Ralph, who is worse. Ralph starts talking about Martell is worse than him. Then people are, it's like, I'm just like, what? They're just clowns, really, because what is going on? Abdallah says, oh my God, both of these two are draining to see. They're both thirsty for their ex-wives, but Hotel more so than Ralph. I completely agree. And I feel like that's what we saw. Because it just looked like Martell kept talking about, oh yeah, he has the worst ex-wife. And I'm like, this is why sometimes I feel like when people talk about giving Martell grace, it's like, what grace? This man continues to act unhinged. This man continues to act like somebody who does not care, who does not respect his ex-wife, who is not even trying to co-parent. Because how is this beneficial to say this at this stage, at this critical stage where you're meant to be co-parenting? Yet you're using the opportunity to be talking about your ex-wife being horrible or someone being worse than your ex-wife. It's like you have the worst ex-wife. It's like, what are you doing, sir? And so it's like you're then saying, oh, Melody's worse ex-wife than Drew. And it's like, what are y'all doing? It's like both of you. senseless. It's like if one person is going left, at least bring it back. Like, of course, it looks like Ralph was not really like, Ralph looked uncomfortable when he brought up the whole, ex-wife thing. But at the same time, it's like, Martell, use your common sense. And this is why it feels like you're not moving forward in life, because how can you move forward if every single opportunity that you get is dog melody out? This is why you can't move on with your life. How can you move on if you're constantly dogging her out? There is no moving on for you. None whatsoever. And it's so sad because it just feels like after all these years, how many years is it really going to take? How many years is it going to take for you to decide, okay, maybe this ain't it. Maybe I need to move on. Maybe I need to try something else. It just feels like it's just continuous and it's so annoying. Rao seems to be over the ex-wife talk and left Hotel looking like the fool that he is. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Hotel always has everyone seeing him on social media saying in turn, "Sir, are you okay?" Nah, you're not. That's the thing. It's like when somebody wants to give him a little bit of grace, just a little bit of grace. You be trying to give him a little bit of grace. Luckily, I'm not one of those ones, but some people be trying to give him a little bit of grace, and Hotel takes it all the way left. It takes it back and reminds people why he is who he is and has no intentions of changing. So it's definitely very shocking that it's like right after the custody case. We all know what has happened with the custody case. Why are you then bringing it back to ex-wife again? Just let her be. If I could never be Arian, but if I was Arian, I would be so pissed off. Imagine dating a man that is obsessed with his ex-wife. Imagine you're dating a man that is obsessed, cannot let go of his ex-wife. I would be so concerned. Like, what are we doing? Are you still in love with her? Like, these are the questions I'll be asking because ain't no way. Ain't no way you're meant to still be dealing with a man who is obsessed. Every opportunity, your ex-wife this, your ex-wife that. If she was so bad, why do you keep talking about her? You should not even want to bring her name up or anything to do with her. At least not publicly. And so it just feels like Martell is obviously up to no good. If you think back to him posting the pictures of the children, I've always felt it was performative. I've always felt that he's just doing it for attention. He's doing it because he knows that people love the four-piece nuggets and he's trying to bring that back. I think that is all it is. So I'm not surprised that he goes on live to do and show us exactly who he is. I feel like what is more shocking is that people are shocked that this is still his behavior. And it's like he's shown us multiple times that this is who he is. It's like, what more do we need to see to know that this is who this man is? That is what he is on. That is who he is. That ain't gonna change. So it's like, when is enough going to be enough, right? So these are the things that I feel like need to be like fully addressed. That I don't think is usually fully addressed in some of these cases. And it's like, don't get me wrong, I always believe in giving people grace. But sometimes when you think about how much Martell has done and continues to do, I think that's the biggest point. Continues to do. There's no need for you to talk about the mother of your children like that. There's no need. You didn't need to bring it up. You could have left it. There's absolutely no need for you to have brought it up. Yet you did. And so it's things like that that make it hard for us to let things go and make it And this is why we are always constantly talking about how unhinged he is, because it's so hard to move on from him being or coming across as unhinged because he continues to do unhinged ish. It's like that's what an unhinged person would do, because how long has it been, sir? Why are you stuck? ATP, I truly believe Hotel is stuck in 2020 and will never have peace because he has twisted his actions as warranted since he feels women should accept whatever a man does. Yes, I agree with you. I feel like he's definitely stuck in 2020. I feel like part of his problems is yes, he does not take accountability. And then he has now switched it in his mind, right? He has made himself believe that in his mind, he is allowed to do whatever. He has twisted it. Like, I've never met or encountered someone that is so quick to lie to themselves like that. And I think Hotel is like that. I think Hotel lies to himself so much that he believes what he is telling us. He believes what he is putting out. I think he truly has told himself the lie so much that now that's what rolls off his tongue. He doesn't even have to think about it. I think he just rolls off his tongue like that. And I think that's why anytime he talks about Mel, this is so disjointed. Like, okay, you were the one that had a baby outside of wedlock. Yet you then try to make it seem like, yeah, but it was under different circumstances. What different circumstances, sir? Or you try to make it seem like you try to minimize it and try to make it seem like she was stepping out. But it was like, if she was stepping out in season 1 when she brought up your infidelity, why didn't you say anything? So that ain't true, sir. At least that's what my perspective is. I feel like he knows fully well that's not true, but that's the narrative that he wants to tell, and that's the narrative he's going to push. And I feel like his narrative is based on not facts but fiction. Because if you remember, when I think it was a trip that I believe Nell and yeah, it was Nell, I think Nell and Chris's trip or something, where they went to Houston and they were all in the house and whatnot. And he talked about she cheated. And she said, so he said she cheated, and she's like, no, what are you talking about? And so then he phrases it as anytime she says that she wants to go and, you know, do some self-care time, who knew what she was doing? So it's like you're assuming that she cheated. You have no proof that she cheated, but you're assuming because she wanted self-care time that she was out here cheating on you, because you knew that every time you were going to the gym, you were actually stepping out. So I definitely think like he has trained himself to read every single thing in a way that sounds like Melody's the bad guy. But honey, you're the bad guy. I don't know who needs to tell you, but you're the bad guy. And I feel like a lot of people around him are constantly bigging him up, including in the comment section, talking about him being an amazing dad, an amazing dude. Like, please stop lying. If you think about even Ralph on the live was talking about how Martell is such an amazing father, Martell is such an amazing dude. And you can just see Martell basically smiling. And it's just like you really love the image of being seen as a good dad, as a good father, as a good man. Even think about what his mom used to say. His mom would be like, you're a good dude. Why is he a good dude? A good dude will not cheat on his wife. So why do you constantly refer to him as a good dude? A good dude has integrity. If he makes a mistake and cheats once, he's not going to continue to cheat and then have a baby, sir. That's not a good dude. That's a man with no integrity and no discipline. And so when people constantly say, oh, he's a good dude, he's a good father will not be whooping their kids like that. A good father will not be singling kids out. A good father will not decide that the kids can't be posted, then take it to court, and then finally, and then not show up for the custody case. A good father will not do that. You put so much venom in the streets of social media, so much venom, only for you to not show up to the freaking hearing when it mattered. And you chose to go to work instead, right? Allegedly. So that's not what a good dude does. That's not what an amazing father does. An amazing father puts their children first. Okay? An amazing father, if you really truly believe that Melody wasn't all that and all of that, you would have showed up to the court to make sure the court understand what it is you're saying, right? But you didn't show up to court. So people need to miss me with the whole is an amazing father, is it this, is it that? No, that's not how an amazing father behaves, in my opinion. Right? You can't be out here beating on your kid, or I'm saying kid because I believe it was Tank in particular, right? And then feel like, oh, okay, everybody should just move on now because what there is a final order to a hearing that you did not show up to. It is going to take people some time. So him going live and trying to, connect with the people, trying to make it seem like he ain't he's not a villain, and then proceeding to then say, he had the worst ex-wife, is like, what are you doing, sir? Give it a break. And then he makes some jokes about Ralph's situation with Tampa, because you all know Ralph went to Tampa and we did not know what Ralph went over there to do. But it's like, honey, you can say what you can about Tampa, but Ralph did not. Guess what? Ralph did not go over there and have a baby outside of wedlock. So you're worse, sir. Ralph has not dogged Drew the way you have dogged Melody. And continue to dog her, right? Because if you didn't, why would you openly, outrightly say something like that after everything that has happened? And this is why it's like one step forward, two steps backward. And it's so annoying because it's like there's no progression. There's always something constantly happening. It's like a cycle, it never ends. Tommy says, I genuinely believe he is disturbed. He's crazy. Yup, allegedly. Okay, because we're not psychologists and stuff. But yeah, he really behaves like someone who's mentally unhinged, mentally disturbed, because like he behaves to me like somebody who is fixated and cannot move on. Like, when you're obsessively fixated at something and you cannot let it go, regardless of the information that you get, you cannot let it go. Right? It's almost like you give a kid a toy and you buy another toy for the kid refuses to let that toy go. Whatever you do, the kid refuses to let that toy go. That's how he acts. He acts like a kid who has refused to let this whole divorce, his marriage and whatever, like, just go. Leave Melody alone. Exactly. Hotel truly believes deeply his warped lies of what took place in his marriage. His comments from last week in the Red Pill guys comment section told it all. Absolutely. And that's even one of the things that I was going to talk about as well. I completely agree. For those of you who don't know, Martell was in the comment section of some guy who was alleged to have done some crazy things, like cheating, all that kind of stuff to somebody. And then so he decides to post like a little caption and post on his socials. Martell is in the comment section. So if I read just quickly what the guy said, is that I ain't gonna lie, I cheated. But what hurt me wasn't losing her, it was watching her lie to the world and paint me like a monster after everything I did for her. They will drag your name before they ever tell the truth about what really happened. So that's what the guy said, right? So the bottom line is the guy is basically trying to say, he cheated, yes, but trying to basically minimize it and say that the person he was with was trying to paint him like a monster after everything he did. Martell then responds in the comments, SMH, similar situation. I'm like, dude, are you okay? How is that a similar situation, sir? Like, what are you doing? How is that a similar situation? Then goes on to say we have to start calling these women out in the MF beginning before they can even build up the courage to lie to the world. I was too late on speaking my truth and the people spit me out, but F them. I'm like, dude, what truth? All the truth that you have given us has turned out to be lies, sir. You openly said she cheated. When you were asked about it, you couldn't back it up. You were giving us nonsense. You were giving us nonsense as a story, sir. So, what truth are you speaking on? Right? So, he's trying to make it seem like, yo, they have similar situations. I'm like, where? What similar situations, sir? Which just goes back to show that this man cannot take accountability for ish. He is never going to take accountability because how many years has it been? And we are still in this situation. This man still has not taken accountability for what he has done. And so it's so sad that he has conditioned himself to really believe in the lies that he's telling himself, whatever lies he done told himself, whatever it is that he has said is stuck in his head at this point. And it's so, so, so sad. Martell then, so I think the guy then says, I still can't believe this ish done got to this point, the way I treated this woman. And I'm like, you could have treated her as amazing as you thought you did. If you cheated on her, then he clearly did not do enough, sir. You do not have discipline. And she doesn't want a man like that. How about that, sir? And then Martell continues and says, bro, as men, we got to make sure it's the woman who is crazy and clingy over us, not the other way around. We already protect, pay for everything, and spoil their ass. For them to have us hooked and clingy to hell now. Okay. Now, first of all, well, sounds like Martell is low-key admitting that he was clingy and he was a little crazy over Mel. Because, like I said, the melodies are still playing in the system because why do you keep talking about it? You will think that Melody was the one that had an outside child, the way he is moving. You will think that. But it's like, sir, you are the one. Nobody asked you to do that. You did that of your own free will and volition. That's what you did, sir. And let's not forget, Ariane already told us that she got pregnant for you before. And you guys or she deleted it, right? So I don't understand how the whole thing is being made to seem like, oh, things were done to him. It's like, it's everybody's fault but your own. Until he sits down to take accountability for what he did, I don't think he is ever going to change. If y'all remember back to those compilation clips on Posted, and he told Melody he made Melody CEO of Holt and Holt, a retired Melody from being a teacher. Yes, I remember. And it's like when you hear Melody's side of the story, it's like, yo, what are you saying? It's like you have a high inflated sense of self. You over inflate your importance in people's lives. It's like, okay, CEO, but wasn't she doing a lot of things? Wasn't she doing majority of the things? You were talking about how she's working so much and stuff. She ended up being the one working a lot, right? So who are you to say, oh, you did, you made her this? Like, dude, please, if you made her a CEO, make yourself CEO of your own life. Make yourself better, sir. So Tommy is saying we only have 21 likes, but there's a lot more people in the chat. So please hit that like button. Let us get the likes up to 40, please. Thank you. The way he was laughing in the live video like a silly kid, I completely agree. It's like, dude, are you okay? Is everything good with you? Like, that's how you know, like they're both just like menaces. It's like we didn't need y'all to team up and be kicking and stuff, but yeah, they both were just like, we're going to team up and be out here tormenting the rest of y'all. Hi, Nanny of the Maroons. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. Otel could have started his lawn care business up again. He wouldn't because he never wanted to do it long term, as he views that type of work as beneath him. Absolutely. And I'm sure he can make good money from that. I'm sure he can make good money from that. Because I just, yeah. I feel like this is the thing about feeling like work is beneath you. You should not be feeling like some work is beneath you, honey. Especially if that work can feed you, honey. Baby, the last thing you should be thinking is it is beneath you. Who cares? If you have to clean to get your money, if you have to do this to get your money. It's better than doing drugs. It's better than selling drugs. It's better than doing illegal activities. Get your money. So I never understand people who feel like they have to be embarrassed about what they are doing. It's like, yo, as long as you're not doing anything illegal or like maybe OnlyFans. But that's just my own personal biases towards that. But as long as you're not doing those kind of things and you're earning an honest living, like, what is the problem? Right? So yeah, he better go pick up that job and get his money. Get your money, sir. Who knows? You can build up the business, have contractors doing the work for you. You can, sorry guys, you can build up your business. Let me put it on. I guess sleep mode is not enough. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with people always calling me whilst I'm on live. It's like everyone knows what time I go live, but yet that's how you know these my friends don't be logging into my live videos. Because it's like, yo, keep calling me at the time when I'm on live. But anyway. But yeah, I just don't understand like when people feel like a particular job is beneath them. It's like, honey, go get your money. As long as it's not illegal activities or something where you have to do things that are morally corrupt, like work that is morally corrupt, that you go home and then be regretting it and feeling some type of way, then please get your life, get your work done. Not to mention Melody put it out there, you only had 5 customers. Oh my gosh. Martell is not a born leader. Mel was the boss in the marriage. That made him jealous. They were never equally yoked. He resented her for a natural leadership ability. Completely agree. I don't think you can see Martell and Mel on the same level and think that they are both equally yoked or wherever equally yoked. I know we didn't meet them at the start of their relationship, but the points that we met them, I never thought they were equally yoked. It always felt like the elevator didn't go all the way to the top with Martell compared to the way it was with Mel, right? With Mel, we're like, ooh, she's so smart, she's so driven, she's so this. And this is part of why she became the natural star that she is on the show, right? And even off the show. It just came through very, very clearly who she is. But Martell is obvious that Martell Lane is not a born leader. He's not hardworking either, in my opinion. Because if you were hardworking, you would have found something to do. You'd have done something. You'd have stayed consistent with your Inest wine or whatever. You'd have done the suit line. You would have done things. I've not heard anything about that children's book in a while. These are the things that I feel like he could have done and actively poured himself into, but didn't. Instead, he's too busy wondering what Mel has going on. And it's like, who cares? Who cares what she has going on? Right? But that's what I mean. Like, he's still very stuck, and I don't know if he will ever get unstuck. It's very sad, but I don't know if he will ever get unstuck. Honestly, I really don't know if he'll ever get unstuck, and that's the saddest part. But I agree, he's never had that leadership ability. I don't think I'd ever thought about Martell as a leader at all, ever. There's never been a point where I said, "Oh, I love the way Martell leads his family. Oh, I love the way Martell leads this. Oh, I love the way Martell." Never have I ever seen anything that I thought, "Oh, I love how he handles this." Absolutely not. So I agree, definitely he's not a born leader, and they were never equally yoked. And I do think, like, to anyone listening, please don't ever be with someone you're not equally yoked with, because mm-mm-mm, you're basically going to end up with a project where you'd have to keep trying to whip them to shape and try to get them and direct them and get them on track. It's like, ain't nobody got time for all of that. Imagine you were both equally yoked. You're chasing this, they're chasing this. You guys could achieve so much together. But being with someone who you're not equally yoked with is hell. Been there, done that. We'll never do it again. Okay. So, hold on. I'm trying to. What is wrong with my mouse? Sorry, guys. My mouse has decided to act up on me. And I need the mouse. I need the mouse so I can get to your comments. Okay, it's working now. Okay, let me see what you're saying to Alf. Yes, he could, but remember, he's a lazy bum. Mel was the one hiring people to do the work. True. I found an old clip where Mel said that Martell wasn't even going to the properties. I'm not surprised. I'm absolutely not surprised. Not surprised at all. Imagine you do all of that and you don't go to the freaking place. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? All you had to do was show up. You couldn't even manage to go to the site. It's like, this is what I mean when it's just like the height of it all. When you think you've heard it, you hear something else. I don't think I remember ever hearing that, but that is so wild to me. So wild that you have something and you don't even go to the site, right? And it's like, if you're not going to site and it's something that requires you to go to site, so what are you doing, sir? What are you doing? Not him describing Arian. Absolutely. I left a very savage comment under Martel's comment, but looking back, he's actually crying out loud for help. He is still holding on to something he will never have again. Ooh. Now, I'm so curious to know what you put in that comment. Let me know what you put in the comments, Nanny of the Maroons. Because I'm just like, what did you put in the comments? Probably running a muck, honey. What did you put in the comments? That is so funny to me. But yeah, you're right, he is. But it's like, but who can help him though? This is the question, right? What kind of help do you think he needs? And who can help him? Because I feel like the help that I think Martell needs is therapy. I legit feel like Martell needs therapy, right? Because I feel like he's just not moving on. He's not moving on at all. He's stuck there and refusing to move on. And so I do think that he needs therapy to really deal with it and get those issues out in the open. Be honest with yourself. He needs therapy and he needs journaling. The thing about journaling is, even if you don't feel comfortable enough pouring out your heart to a therapist, pour it out to your journal. Get it all out in your journal, and you will see such a difference, because it's like you can fully release it and let it go. And so I just think that Martell needs to invest in something like that. Maybe do a journal, a talk out loud journal that has prompts that you can go through the questions and you can answer, excuse me, or do some sort of like journaling, work with your therapist or something. But I definitely think he needs to, because I think he is perpetually in denial. I think and that's the problem, right? I personally feel like until he can accept that he made a mistake, accept all of the mistakes that he made in that relationship, accept that he has lost his family and will never get his family back, until he can accept all of those things and then repent, own it, then forgive yourself. I did all of these things. I was a horrible person. I am sorry. I am sorry. Right? I would love if he can own that. I did all of these horrible things. I am sorry. I shouldn't have done these things. Right? That's what I would have loved to come out of Martell. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done these things. I'm so sorry how I embarrassed my ex wife. I'm so sorry for what I did with the children. I'm learning a different way to do things. All of that. And I feel like the moment he really owns up to what he did, and then forgives himself, we will get a different Martell. But until he owns up to what he did and then forgives himself, we're not going to get the right Martell. The Martell we're going to get is the Martell that seems to be crying out for help. That's what I think. Hi, Rockji. How are you? It's definitely a cry for help. He's throwing a tantrum. He's seeking Mel's attention. Absolutely. And she is not going to dignify him with a response. But don't worry, we got time today, honey. We will dignify it with a response. So, guys, 37 likes, but we have way more people in this live than 37 people. We had 57 people in the live. So I need y'all to hit that like button. Let's bring the likes up to 50, please. Hit that like button, please, and thank you. It's a free way to support the channel. Thank you, guys. Oh, Nani said, oh, Rock said is definitely not a cry for help. Sorry, I read it the wrong way. It's definitely not a cry for help. He's throwing a tantrum. He's seeking Mel's attention. Right. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. To be honest, I think both may be true. It's a cry for help, and it's also him throwing a tantrum. The tantrum is as a result of this cry for help, you know? So it could also still be the same thing. Rosaline said she had the license. Yep, and did. She definitely had the license, because we saw on the show he was still trying to pass the license, pass the test for the license. Did he ever pass the test? You guys know. Did he ever pass the test? Let us know if you guys know. Ralph was just playing around. You can see that Ralph is not really interested in talking about Drew in a negative way. That is true. But I wish that he would just not be on live with Martell then, because I'm like, now people are going to get into Ralph's A for tolerating and being on that live kicking like that when Martell wanted to just use it to try to bring his ex-wife into it. Yeah, you're right, still. Martell was the only one that was bringing up the ex-wives. It's like, why can't the guys just talk? Why can't you guys just talk? Yeah, you guys are friends, whatever. Why can't you guys just talk? Why did you have to bring the ex-wives into it, right? And that's the thing. I feel like obsessed is really the best word to explain it. Obsessed. It's like when you're obsessed with someone, even when it has nothing to do with that person, you will find a way to bring them into the conversation. It's like you could be talking about cats. And when you are talking to someone that's obsessed with dogs, you'll be talking about cats, they'll be talking about dogs. That's just what it is. So I feel like he's definitely giving obsessed. He's given, no matter what the conversation is about, I'm going to find a way to break it about Mel. That is just what it is given. And yeah, it is very, very sad. Taiwan says it was those picmishas in the comments for me. Oh my god, the desperation was embarrassing. Absolutely. Every time I scroll, excuse me, through Martell's comments, I'm just like, who are these people? And where are you guys from? So many pick me's. in the comments. And I'm always so shocked. Like, how does he have these many pick me's after everything that he has done and continues to do? But yeah, definitely a pick me. Ralph basically told Martell he was smarter than him. I absolutely think he is. Ralph is definitely smarter than him, especially if Ralph is in that tech. Ralph is definitely smarter than him. Not the way Martell moves, of course. I'm with Ralph on this one. Ralph is definitely smarter than him. So we have 59 people in the in the live, but we don't have enough likes. So please hit that like button. Let the likes match the amount of people. And please, y'all, don't let me be begging for likes today. I can't even say the word, honey. Don't let me be out here begging for likes, please. I already had a long day, honey. Let me know how to beg y'all for likes, please. So if all 60 people are in this live today, hit that like button, we will get up to 60 likes and then more people will get on as well because now they know we're on live. So please, let's hit that like button. So Nanny of the Maroon says, yes, he's a man baby, lost the best thing he had and can't take accountability. By crying for help, I mean that this illiterate, broke, dusty BAN is lost without his protector Mel. Couldn't have said it any better. Honestly, I feel like you hit the nail right up on that head. You really did. Because that's the thing. It's like when you can't take accountability for losing the best thing that's ever happened to you, that's the way you behave. But imagine he took accountability. And this is the thing, right? Imagine Martell truly took accountability the first time he cheated and did the work to make sure that never happened again. Do you think that may have never read his head, that may have never happened again, right? Read his head again, right? That may have never happened again. If he had truly addressed it, gone to therapy, if he had truly done the work, what is it about me and what is it that I'm seeking outside? Why am I seeking outside validation? Especially from someone I perceive to be a peasant, right? So these are some of the things that I would have expected him to have done the work on. But because of his lack of accountability, he kept finding a way to like flip it onto Mel, you weren't satisfying me, or all of these different things, right? And the problem with doing all of those things is where we are now at, which is years later. How many years has it been? Years later. He is still trying to bring her into it. Rock says he was more upset that the women were more favorable towards Ralph. Yep. But that's the thing. Ralph did not have a side baby. You did. So don't think that people are going to be choosing you over Ralph, sir. Please. Besides, I'm sure people think Ralph is more good looking. So maybe that's also part of it. Dorothy says Martell is trying to make money off Mel's name. I will not be surprised. I feel like he knows that any time he brings any sort of conversation, I think it's a lot of people in the Love and Married Huntsville sector. That's why even if they don't outrightly call Mel, they try to allude to something that involves her or involves the millimeters in a way to get fans, in a way to get views. And it does work, right? Because the people love Mel. And so even if we disagree with the person, if someone is covering something to do with Mel, we will most likely listen to it and they get the views. So I definitely think like it's all a strategy, honestly. It is a strategy. But how long? Still to be determined. If he's trying to be liked, he ain't gonna be liked by the by the millimeters, honey. You definitely need to find your own fan base. Because the millimeters are not going to like you, Martell. There ain't nothing you can do, sir, that will cause the millimeters to like you, sir. Unless you actually change and leave Mel alone. Let her go on and live a happy life, not worrying about what you got going on. Although she's not worried about what you got going on, but I mean, without you constantly being worried about what she has going on. Okay. He tried to minimize her online store when it made her millions. He's simple. Absolutely. It's the same way like the people on the show too try to minimize her. Because remember, um, even Marceau tried to do that, right? And that Mel had to then have a sit down with him. So it's like, I'm not surprised. It's funny. The things that they knock are also the things that they're trying to do because they now have merch, don't they? So it's like the things you were knocking Mel for doing are the things that you are now doing. And this is why it's so important to be careful, right? Don't be so quick to shut people's ideas down. Don't be so quick to shut down things that people got going on and is working for them. It's okay. You may not agree with it, but it's none of your business. It is working for them. It is working for them. Because now you're taking notes thinking, okay, maybe this is something that I should try. But you were knocking the people who were doing it successfully instead of you to be taking notes and asking them questions about how they did it so you can also replicate that. Nani says, I can't stand Martell, but if he was at least street smart, he could have had several successful high end fitness studios and fitness lines across the USA. Completely agree. I think instead of he and Ralph doing these kind of live videos, if they put their heads together, they both like being in the gym. If they put their heads together and decided to pair up and get into this together, a fitness business together, have studios together, they would have people. The pick is going to be there supporting them. Let's be clear. And random people who don't know about their past will also be there supporting, right? And so I definitely feel like there's a lot that could have been done with this whole fitness thing. Martell could have actually even signed up to be a personal trainer. He could have had in his studio, he could have been one of the personal trainers, he could be a celebrity personal trainer. You know, with someone that has the physique and seems to go to the gym a lot, you can easily be like, oh, okay, this is what they are on, right? And then you can easily take learnings from them. And so I just think like Martell could definitely be successful in the fitness business, but I just don't think Martell has drive. And this is why it's so important. Not just don't date somebody that has, all the goals in life. I want to do this, I want to do this, I'm going to become billionaire. Okay, wonderful. But how are you going to do it? Watch whether or not they have drive. Because anybody can talk a good game. But when you see their actions, your actions is going to show you whether or not they have drive. Ralph better be careful fooling with Martell. Martell is going to keep up and get another harassment charge. He wants to pull others into his mess. Taiwan, that is a very, very good point. Ralph needs to just chill, stay out of it. Because you and Drew seem to have a decent enough relationship with the children and all. Let's keep it that way. Don't get involved in things that ain't got nothing to do with you. Next time Marta wants to go live, tell him, please don't go live. Don't go live with me here. Because now, every time we're talking about the whole XY situation, we have to put you in it because you were there when it was being said. And so I definitely think Ralph needs to make sure, remove yourself from that situation, sir. You and Drew are kind of cool because I know Ralph be on that BS sometimes as well, but they're more or less cool at the end of the day. So there's no reason for him to mess it up. At least that's what I would recommend. He is determined to get motion by continuing to attach his actions back to Melody instead of moving forward to being a more involved parent. Yes, totally agree. Hotel never passed the open book builder's license test. From my understanding, he took it 3 or 4 times. It's like, how do you fail an open book test? This is the issue. How do you fail an open book test? Do you know how slow you have to be to take an open book test multiple times? Like that, you gotta be slow. An open book test should be one of the easiest things to do. You want like when I had open book tests, I was getting A's, honey, because what else am I gonna get? You need to literally all you need to do is sit and label this thing properly. Sit, label it properly, know where to find things. Okay, if it's about this, I need to do this. If it's not, if it's about this, I need to do that. If it's about this, I need to do that, right? Okay, guys, I just saw a message from Tommy saying, please tell them to hit the like button. Likes are not matching at all. So, guys, please hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Y'all have had Tommy be in my personal messages on WhatsApp texting me that the likes are not matching. Y'all, please hit that like button. Okay? Hit that like button. Okay. Nanny said, child, I dragged his mommy, his papi, his granny, and told him that he's a failure because he was raised like a stray dog. Oh my gosh. I need to go over on his page and see if I can find it. If he has not deleted it, because I suspect he would have deleted it and hid the evidence, honey. Rosalind said no, he still has not passed. So yeah, he has not passed the open book test. Like all you need to do is set it open. That's all you need to do. Like mark it up, know where to find things, do some previous test, practice a few times of opening it, test yourself for timing, and then you're fine. It's an open book test. Like, I just don't understand. I wish the bar exam was open book. I wish it was open book so I can literally take that exam. But anyway, I'm in the bar exam in the US, by the way, not here. Okay, Ebony Dancer says, hello, everyone. Hello, how are you? Ralph was trying to give Martell a cue not to drop their location, and Martell is so slow he didn't catch it. Yep. Slower, 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 slower. Like, how slow can you be to be dropping location in real time? Like, I just don't get it. Even me, as someone who does not have a lot of following on social media, excuse me, when I'm traveling, when I'm out, I don't post in real time. I'm not trying to get nobody pulling up to see me, right? Excuse me. For safety reasons, anyone can pull up to anywhere that you are. The person may not even like you. You may think they're following you, they love you. Maybe they don't even like you. So, how slow is it that you're putting your location? Like, that is so slow, sir. Slow. Tommy says he's so delusional. He doesn't think he's in the wrong a single bit. Agreed. And I think that's the problem that he has. I think if he really truly at least knows and accepts that, okay, I was in the wrong, I shouldn't have done that, I think life would be so different for him. I think his karma is because he does not take accountability. That's honestly what I truly believe. Hey Bashan, how are you? How are you? I hope you're good. Thanks for joining in. Good evening. Sunshine Rays, hey, how are you? Hotel, wish Melody would have kept the house and he lived with her like Ralph did with his wife. Yep. But those are completely different situations. Ain't no way she's going to still be under the same roof with you, knowing fully well what you did, sir. No chance. Last time Papa had them books open, pretending he was in a cafe, and Marceau came in, and Tiffany, that's when Papa had a good at Tiffany for saying things to she by she. And oh, yes, 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 I had to go. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely, I remember that. And so it's like, maybe that's the only day he read. Because it's like, that day he barely read. So it's like, honey, maybe you need some more reading time. Maybe you need to really sit down. Maybe you need some help. Like, I don't know, Chris Fletcher, sit down and help him pass the test. Somebody. Hotel and Ralph want women to take care of them, which is why they don't see the need to work. Yes, but Sunshine, don't. Okay, isn't word on the street that Ralph has a tech job? Now, I don't know if that's true, but word on the street allegedly is that Ralph has a tech job and he's doing well for himself. Now, who knows what the truth is? Let me put my banner up. I don't know what the truth is. I don't know who does what and who has work where, but I remember there was a time where people were talking about Ralph having a tech job. I don't know if that's true, but apparently so. The president and vice president of the BAN Society. He's pressed because she's doing too well without him. I don't get why it's a surprise because Melody has always been career driven. Absolutely agree. I definitely think that's why they decided to have their association meeting because what are we doing in year 2025? This is what we're still dealing with, sir. So yeah, no. Popper and Basement Billy in a relationship, in my opinion. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bajan came and let's just say alleged Tony. Tommy says Ralph was so shocked when Martell started talking about ex-wives from where to where. Agreed. It was like it was so completely left field that it just did not even make sense. It's like, what are we doing? Where is this even coming from? Like, what is going on? Shanice says they're clowns because they think their behaviors are a joke. Yes, the way they were laughing and kicking, ha ha ha. Definitely, they do not see anything wrong. And this is why it's so important to be around people that hold you accountable. Because, yes, it's good for people to love you, but let them hold you accountable. Let them tell you, like, oh no, this ain't the right way. Baby, you can't be going out, being out here looking sad. You can't be out here going out sad like that, behaving like that, right? I like people that can really call you out. So, yes, I definitely think their behaviors are a joke, but unfortunately, they're around yes people that agree to everything that they do or say just in a bid to keep the peace. And I think it has turned them into these kind of people that we're now having to deal with, really. Sunshine Ray says Hotel and Ralph are low IQ and low maintenance men. The way these two treat the mothers of their kids is reprehensible. The only difference, Ralph doesn't have a bird harassing Drew online or an outside kid. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. It's very, very, yes, I agree with you. I think that even Ralph, the way we saw Ralph treat Drew on the show was very, even when they were married, it was just horrible to watch. It was given you don't like your wife. It was very, very horrible. Imagine saying to your wife she deserves Lunchables. She doesn't deserve a good meal, she deserves Lunchables. It's like, sir, are you okay? Like, what? Why? Like, what is going on? Why be with someone who you feel does not deserve lobster? She deserves Lunchables or something like that. It's like, sir, that is out of order. So, yeah, I definitely think the way they both have treated the mothers of their children is definitely very, 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 very horrible and should not be the case at all. Completely agree. Couldn't agree more. Drew should find a new home, move her and her kids out, and leave Basement Billy in the basement. Yeah, I think she will. Personally think that she'll probably leave the house soon, or he would leave. Because there's no way they can both continue to live in that house. Somebody is going to have to go at some point. Somebody is going to have to go at some point. I think Loki Drew is hoping that they get back together. But I feel like unless Rao changes, mm-mm. Unless Ralph does something different, I don't think anything is going to change, in my opinion. It's very, very sad, but I don't think anything is going to change. Okay, so I know the other thing that I wanted to talk about was, let me just go back and check my notes, was Miss Wanda. Let me just quickly check my notes and see if there's anything I've missed. No, yeah, Miss Wanda. So, have you guys noticed there seems to be a difference now in the way Miss Wanda talks about melody and the mellometers and stuff like that? Let me know if you guys have noticed. I'm just going to give you guys some time to like let me know in the chat. Have you guys noticed that Miss Wanda seems to be um different in the way in which she talks about melody and the mellometers? I feel like there's something has changed for her. Have you noticed? Yes, put a yes in the chat if you have noticed. Put a no in the chat if you don't know what I am talking about. So you don't know, put a no. If you know and you have seen a difference, put a yes. If it's a little bit more nuanced than that, let me know what you think. So I see one no in the chat, so you don't feel like you've seen a difference. Okay, and that's cool. Has anyone seen a difference in the way in which she relates, in the way in which she talks to people, in the way in which she talks about melody now, and the mellometers, or is it still the same for you? I'm going to give you guys just some time to respond to that. In the meantime, guys, please hit that like button. So please hit that like button, let the likes match the amount of people in the live today. I can definitely see that is a lot of people in the live chat. Okay, Nanny of the Maroon says, yes, but she's not getting any grace from me. She's pure evil. Fair enough, fair enough. But Nanny has seen a difference in the way in which Wanda seems to be talking about um millimeters and melody. Yes. Bajan is not buying it. She's like, Rasputia can kick rocks. Bajan is like, leave me out of it. I don't believe nothing that she is saying. And I get it because I feel like so much has happened and she has said so much over time. Like, it's not like one live, right? It has been so many different lives talking, giving her opinion about melody, giving her opinion about the mellometers, and it hasn't been favorable. It has not been nice. I don't remember, maybe now she's saying more nice things, but back then I feel like there were a lot of not so nice things that were being said about melody, being said about the mellometers. I will say that in her recent life, she seems to be like walking that back a little bit, and she is claiming that she found out the hard way and that the reason she was going at Melody so hard was because there was somebody who basically started all of it, and she was always basically calling her to tell her that Melody has said things about her, and the person was basically telling her to go at Melody, to the point where she didn't have any friends because the person was basically running things and always asking questions about all these issues, right? So basically, what it kind of sounded like was she saying that this person in question, who is a content creator that they've had issues with recently, I believe, was always in her ears, basically telling her that Mel had said certain things about her. My thing though is, if someone comes to you and says that something bad has been said or something has been said, why not ask for proof? Right? Like, let me see what was said. If any of y'all reach into my DMs and say, oh, somebody is talking about you, blah, 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 I'll be like, send the footage. If you can't send the footage, then don't be coming to me about somebody saying some ish about me. Please. If someone is saying something about me, please capture the audio. Like, capture something that shows that this was actually happening, right? Excuse me. Capture that, right? I just don't believe that somebody is going to come to you and say, oh, this is happening, this person said something, and you won't ask to see what was said. Like, even if I trust you and you're my friend, I want to know what was said. So I'm going to be asking what exactly was said. When was this said? so I can see if I need to verify it in some way, right? So I don't know. It makes it a little bit hard for me to like believe or accept, to be completely honest with you. But I will say she is basically owning it, and saying that that's why she was so hard on Melody. And it got to the point where she didn't even really have friends. So I get it. Like sometimes people do get deceived, but I don't know. I just really struggle to believe it because I'm just like, I can't imagine someone saying that someone was talking bad about me and I won't say, let me see what they said. Like, what exactly did they say, right? And so it just seems a bit odd, but I guess I'll throw her a bone and say if that was her friend, I can also understand her believing whatever it is that her friend is saying without necessarily needing proof, right? So there's also maybe an element of that. Um, but I definitely think that too much was said. And I don't believe that even if this person in question did say some things, I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't verify whether or not who's telling the truth. But assuming this person even said something, right? You can't tell me that all of your feelings and all of your commentary was based on what this person said and not how you felt deep within yourself. And so I just struggle to accept that that wasn't low key how you felt about Mel. That wasn't low key how you felt about the millimeters from day one, right? And so those are the things that I personally think I kind of struggle with. And it's like, yes, I feel like there is a difference in the way in which she now talks about Mel and the millimeters and stuff. I feel like there is a difference. And I do wonder, is it because like the show is not really doing well and the show is not really getting as much views? And let's be honest, everybody knows Melody brings the views. Melody is the it girl. Even I think Miss Wanda has said, if I'm not mistaken, she said it in the past, um, that Melody is a it girl in Huntsville, something along those lines. So I feel like, yes, I feel like Melody is definitely the it girl. And so she brings people onto the show. She brings the viewers onto the show. And so is everybody now suddenly having a change of heart, and rethinking the way the the millimeters have been treated on the show, the way Mel has been treated on the show? Is that what it is? Like we're all now thinking back because we're watching these clips back and seeing how she was treated. Is it also a thing about we're watching back and seeing that we're not getting as much views for Love and Married Huntsville, and then there's the pressure to perform, and then we're now walking back to see where did we go wrong? These are the questions that I have because it's definitely just given. I don't know if this is being genuine, and I don't know if this will continue because it's like, okay, if we throw her a bone now and be like, okay, fine, give her some grace and be like, okay, maybe she's moved on and, she's no longer being negative or Melody, all of that, I'll be like, okay, cool. But is it genuine? Is it going to be long lasting? Will we actually see change behavior? These are some of the questions that I have. And so we'll have to see how it all plays or pans out. Vajan B says she listened to her jealous, thick tongue daughter. Oh my gosh. Nanny says she's a liar. She purposely lied on Mel and said the most disgusting things about Mel. She is backtracking now because she wants folk to attack the CC she's beefing with. Yeah, well, if that's the case, personally, I do not attack nobody. I stay out of grown folks' business. I do not have nobody I'm supporting. Funny enough, I don't even know enough about the beef. You all know I don't be staying in these YouTube streets, beef streets. I'm just like, I'm on my business. If it ain't got nothing to do with the commentary, I'm like, yeah, please sign me out. I ain't got nothing to talk about. I do not, I try not to, I try to stay out of the social media beef as much as possible. Because I'm just like, yeah, that's not my business. So I do not know who's telling the truth, who's not telling the truth. I don't even know enough about their beef anyway. I don't even care. But I hear what you're saying about maybe she's backtracking now because of the ulterior motive of getting people to respond or support her in the beef with the YouTuber. What I will say though is one thing about the truth always eventually comes out. Think about it. All of the things that people have said about Mel and things that were lies or whatever eventually came out, was exposed, right? So I just think the truth will always come out eventually. So if it's not the truth, if it's not being genuine, we will see, because very soon, in a couple of weeks, she'll be back to saying exactly the things that she used to say about Mel. But if she's genuinely changed and things are different now, we will also see it eventually. So I'm not even worried about it. I'm just keep my eyes peeled, fingers crossed, and we'll see how things pan out. But we will see it eventually. So, hello to all of the people that have just come in. Thank you so much for joining. Please hit that like button. As you guys come in, please hit that like button. So, I'm going to do the Carlos King thing real quick, and then we'll move something else to something else. So, allegedly, first of all, my banner is up. Everything is alleged, in my own opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Okay. So, apparently, there's a lawsuit that has been filed against a bunch of people, right? Including Carlos King's Kingdom Reign Entertainment. On TV, Selena, Letitia. This person is suing them because apparently they used her son's nonprofit foundation for profit. She says her son's foundation was nonprofit, but Selena promoted it for profit. Oof. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. She also says they used her tagline, turning pain into purpose, that is her trademark, and it was used for a storyline on Belle. She also alleges that they used her story and her likeness. She said Letitia was a paralegal and bondsman, but that is actually what she does, and it was faked, as Letitia's person's job is for a storyline. Oh my gosh. Imagine if that is actually the truth. I do not know what the truth is, but I'm just saying imagine. Like, imagine these people are out here doctoring job titles just for a storyline. That would be a new low. That would be an entirely new low. It's like we can't just find someone who's a paralegal or just tag whatever it is that this person is doing. Now we gotta lie for a storyline. So we don't know what the truth is, but we will find out soon, hopefully. Marceau posted a cryptic post on his Facebook, and he said something about nobody's happy to see you than a person who has been talking ish behind your back. And then a fan commented, "You must be talking about Martell." And he commented, "No, sweetie, I'm not a cartoon character where I don't exist outside of an episode." Oh my gosh. Marceau is definitely out here shading the heck out of Martell. Shading the heck out of Martell. And I am here for it. We'll have to see how they navigate being on the show together. Now that they don't really like each other, and with everything that Martell has done. So it will be very interesting to see how they get on, to be honest, moving forward. I wonder if they will eventually squash it and everybody will go their separate ways, but we'll have to see what happens with that. Okay, guys, let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac real quick. The after show, I've also seen some clips of the after show. Well, I haven't seen some clips. I've just seen that they have posted some clips of the after show. So we will watch it together soon, very, very shortly. But before that, let's quickly talk about the latest episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, as usual, I'm only going to talk about certain parts of the show because I feel like I only want to talk about the highlights. And there were moments where I was like, okay, let's talk about it. So one of the things I really wanted to talk about, Kay relaying to Giselle that she was upset that when she got into the whole altercation and she got injured, Giselle did not reach out to her in that period. And so you could tell that Giselle was very frustrated in that moment. Giselle was hot. Giselle was trying to explain to us that her dad had a tumor, he was at the hospital, and then eventually passed. Now, the bit that gagged me, okay? Giselle is working overtime this season. The bit that gagged me is Giselle said, you had to call a plastic surgeon to get this situation done. You know, you got to get the plastic surgeon to fix that, right? But her dad is no longer here. When I say the way, there was a way about the way Giselle said it that I just loved. She completely it like that, and it was very, very interesting. Just hearing the way she phrased it, I would say it was just very, very hilarious to me. Now let's quickly talk about Tia and Jazzy. When I say Jazzy is unhinged, she is unhinged. Jazzy is definitely giving the vibe she wants to secure the bag with that man. And she doesn't want any idea, any potential thoughts that something might be going on with this guy at wherever they went to. Where did they go to again? I can't remember where they went to. Oh dear. Sorry guys. I feel like it's really given like she wants to secure the bag. She doesn't want her man in any way, shape, or form thinking that she was out here doing something crazy. But it's just like the way she got so angry was so concerning. It was given, why are you getting so angry and aggressive? There's no need for all of that. And I love the way Tia was like, girl, you got anger issues. And Tia like laughed about it. Tia apologized and then Tia proceeded to shade to say, can't you do a little bit of shade? And it's like Jazzy, the way Jazzy handled it was just uncalled for. It was unnecessary. But I think Jazzy is trying to solidify her position um in this group, and so she is trying to work overtime. But it's like, honey, you don't really need to do all of that. We've liked you this season, but now that whole bit was unnecessary, and now we're looking at you like you are also trying to perform for us. And this is what I feel like I hate about Real Housewives. I feel like nowadays it's now turned into this thing where people are it's so obvious, right? It's turned into this thing where it's so obvious that people are being performative. They just want to be on the show. They want to they want to be on the show for long. They want to be the it girl. So it's like everything they keep pushing that as the narrative, right? It keeps just being pushed, and it just feels like Jazzy, which we thought was cool, or who we thought was cool, is also one of the people that is also being performative. We already feel like Kiana is out of order this season because it feels like everything about her just seems so performative, right? We don't want to feel that way about you, Jazzy. So please stop screaming at Tia and stop screaming in general. Nobody wants to hear you scream. Now let's talk about Angel. Angel exhausted me. Okay? Angel exhausted me because Jazzy pulled her to the side. No one was around her. It was a private conversation. Yet, Angel decided to be upset about it. Angel then brought up the story to the rest of the group. And the funny thing is, the way she said it, I'm just like, what are you like? What are we doing? So you're so upset about this particular thing that has been said, right? Yes, nobody likes bad rumors being said about them. I completely get that. I own that. But I feel like to turn the whole event where everyone was having such a good time turn the energy around is so unnecessary. And the thing with that is you're teaching your so-called friends or group to not invite you to fun spaces because they cannot trust, okay? They cannot trust that you know how to behave, right? They cannot trust that you will not be in the misery loves company BS. You will not be getting up to leave and then having people follow you, right? So it's just given very much Debbie Downer, not really showing up as she should. It's like, what are you doing? Right? This thing, it was like the girls were even trying to throw her a bone. When did this even happen? Turns out it happened a long time ago. So now everyone is looking at her like, girl, are you okay? This happened a long time ago and you're so pressed about it. Who cares? You married the man. So whether or not you stole his money, whether or not you may have trapped or did not trap him, nobody cares, right? And so I just feel like, yeah. Even Giselle was trying to root for her. Even Ashley was like trying to be like, you're married, who cares? But at the same time, if Angel doesn't feel that way, yeah, it's so sad. It really is giving she has a lot of emotions and doesn't know how to handle it. I feel like she's hypersensitive, and I've been thinking about it and I wonder if it's something to do with the hormones. Like, because I know people say, like, when you have children, your hormones are like up and down, especially when you've just had a child, your hormones, you're going through a lot emotionally. And so I don't know, for anyone who has dealt with postpartum issues, please let us know in the chat if the way Angel is acting is consistent with someone who has gone through postpartum issues. Because she has me confused, because I'm thinking, like, is this to do with, sorry, I gotta drink water, but is this to do with postpartum issues, or is this just who Angel is? Confused, very much giving mean girl. Like, I just don't understand. A mean girl that is not sure whether she wants to be nice or mean. Like, that is literally Angel to the T. I have to drink a lot of water, especially because I've had certain things today that I should not have eaten. I also had a blood test today, so I need to drink. Get the water in my system, honey. Okay. Tommy is saying Angel, she's fighting her demon. She's definitely fighting something. She is fighting something. I hope she gets it together. Like ASAP. I hope she gets it together like ASAP, because it's very tiring to watch. I'm over it. I'm tired. I'm like, you need to do better, Angel. Like, I don't have the. Nobody wants to be babysitting a grown ass woman on show. Nobody wants to do that. So she definitely needs to figure out whatever is going on with her, needs to figure out whatever is going on with her and deal with it. What is it? Right? If it's, excuse me, if it is postpartum, get some help for it. If it says insecurities about your weight, get some help for it. Right? There's so many different things that you can get help for. It does not need to be, doesn't need to be escalating. Get some help for it. So I wish Angel the best. I don't know what's up with Angel, but I feel like I just pray that she gets the help that she needs. And even if she feels like she doesn't need any help, I wonder if she still feels like reality TV is for her. Because to me, I don't think it's for her. I definitely do not think it's for her. Toby said she's probably battling postpartum plus a nasty, nice behavior. Yep, nice, nasty. That's what it's definitely given. There's something there. There's something there. Maybe some nice, nasty behavior. Maybe postpartum, you know, issues. Maybe something else. But There's definitely something there. I will say that. Okay, so I did see some clips online that I want to play for you guys. I've not watched them, so we go and watch them together. Let's watch them together. Is wife swap out? Oh, it looks like it's out. It looks like it is out. Okay, so maybe we will talk about that if I can find where I can watch that. We will talk about that maybe tomorrow. Or if I come live tomorrow, we'll talk about that tomorrow as well as other things that come out tomorrow. But yeah, I did not know that. Yeah, I definitely did not know why Swap was out. I knew that they pulled it back, but I didn't know that it was out. So yeah, Tommy, please, if that's something, let's put that on our list. Okay, let me share my screen so you guys can see what the heck I'm talking about. Okay. Reality Entertainment TV just posted some clips from the after show. I've not watched it. I'm going to put it on loud now so we can watch it together. Because of copyright issues, I'm going to have to keep pausing and playing. But let's get into it. Oh.
Inspiration.
Okay.
First of all, Giselle is a gorgeous, beautiful woman.
I didn't think of an inspiration.
Okay,
Oh, Tia is gorgeous too.
you go first because you are looking like a goddess from the Garden of Eden, okay?
You look okay. I love how they're starting with the compliments, honey, because everybody looks good. I'm not gonna lie. Wendy looks good. Stacy looks good. Giselle looks good. Jazzy
So
looks
good. You look so good.
Like, I love how Wendy's legs look. Just looks so good.
This right here was in my closet. It had been sitting there like all season. It had not gotten any attention.
What color is that?
It's like an olive, and I'm happy that the background kind of matches.
Yes.
This is giving Balmain.
Yes.
It is.
Oh, it is. Yes, it is.
You know your dresses. It's giving 6 nipples.
What do you mean? Oh, 6. Oh, funny.
But that's how many you had to have for all those babies and them twins out there.
Yeah.
I looked like that when
then
I
I
was
am not
nursing
looking
my
forward to that.
twins. I nursed them at the same time, so I could have used some extra nipples.
So what are you wearing today?
Well, this is Demi by Gabriella. The shoes are Mina Moati. I forgot my earrings.
What is up with Kay's looking at the way Kay is looking at Angel? I'm not sure what that is.
Earrings are my mom's.
Am I overreacting? Did you guys pick up the way Kay was looking at Angel? Am I bugging? Please let me know if I'm bugging in the chat.
So these are Dior.
Beautiful.
Another mine. Thank you, Mommy.
Let's talk about your inspo today.
So I've been binge watching my favorite show, Game of Thrones.
Oof, Monique looks good in the orange and her locks look so good. Maybe I need to do that to my locks. What is it that she did to her locks? I need to see it close up. Maybe I'll go stalk her on Instagram so I can see the close up of what she did to her locks.
It's kind of Game of Thrones.
Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh God. I have a really good, I had a really good lock stylist, but she is so unreliable. I had to just remove her. But she would have done this look and ate it down.
Inspired.
And you did it yourself, right?
Yeah, I did my.
Oh my gosh, she did it herself? What? I need to get my hair game on. Cause what? She did that herself. That is crazy.
Hair. Just a little African warrior vibe, as I always tend to do. Everything's.
I love that. Monique is definitely given. She is in her happy era. Everybody looks good. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very, very odd thing to say because like most times you see like maybe 2 out of the girls or 3 other girls look good. Now it's like everybody ate. Everybody ate. That's what is given. Everybody looks so good. Tommy said, "Can't they all look so stunning?" Completely agree. They all look so good. I'm so proud. Like, I'm proud of Giselle for bringing it together. I'm proud of the other girlies. I want to see what Ashley looks like. Passion said, I can't stand Ashley. Girl, I understand, honey. Ashley is definitely can only be taking in small doses. Ashley is definitely one to watch. Give me a second. Where is my charger? Because this laptop looks like it's about to die. Do I have enough time? 12%. Oh, God. 1 second. Let me get the charger. Before the laptop actually dies. Okay, found the charger. Got the charger. Okay. Let me put that in. Okay, charging now. All right, perfect. Let's get back on track.
Different about Monique. And I'm not going to be speaking in third person. I hated when Giselle used to do that all the time, and I just did that.
Giselle's gonna say enough crazy stuff out of her own mouth. I don't need for you to add anything.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Just picked up a little something from Sass.
Very
There we go.
Am I
bridal.
still in my bridal era?
Yes. Okay. So
Yes.
we're wearing white for
The
how long?
first year or
I feel like the first 5 years.
Girl, Jazzy wants to wear white for the first 5 years, honey. I hope the marriage lasts that long. I hope it lasts long and longer than that, honey. But yeah, she looks
That's
so
5
years.
years.
Yeah, you have to just
Okay.
really get settled in there.
Wow.
They say, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
wore
white
a
looks
veil last
beautiful.
week.
Did you?
Wow.
She wore a veil last week, girl. Girl. Tia said, did you really? And this is the thing I like about Tia, right? Imagine the way Jazzy went at Tia, and now Tia is over there sitting with her, talking to her about her veil and her wearing white. I love how Tia doesn't let things bother her at all. Tia and Stacy, they're definitely cut from the same cloth. They don't allow things bother them. They just crack on and move on. Ashley forgot her first season when Greasy and roommates were on her. Yep. She definitely did. She definitely did.
Really?
I did.
Okay. Metallic
Yes.
is the theme.
Yes.
Shine bright like the diamond you are. Goddess dress from Retrofit. Earrings are called Gaia.
So beautiful.
And bangles are Alexis Batar.
And body yada 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 yada.
Yada, yada, yada.
This is healthy.
Yes.
I feel like
I love how they get on well. Like they definitely mesh very, very well. It looks like they were both going to the same place, honey. It does not look like Wendy's going to, Wendy's going somewhere and Stacey's going somewhere else. It definitely looks like everybody looks like they're going to the same party, honey.
I want it to be like a mermaid, like emerging from the water, inspired by my swimmer, Bella. A little Swarovski.
Oh, I love that.
And, red bottoms.
Yes, of course. Boom.
Love
Light work.
Who has the best personal style out of all your friends?
Ashley did a whole turnaround. It's through the roof.
Improved.
I'm in my high fashion era.
Not Ashley. Ashley is not a fashion girly, please. The people, you're trying to gaslight us to believe that Ashley is a fashion girly, please. Ashley says she turned into doing the high fashion. I guess that explains the outfit right now.
I'm wearing this beautiful Balmain dress, Schiaparelli earrings. So it's funny online, someone said, oh, I see Ashley's settlement check cleared. Oh, that's what they said.
Not the settlement. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I love people that can take a joke because she's just there
Yeah, that's what they said, commenting on my fashions. So I see y'all, okay? I see y'all.
Wendy's really mad about it.
Because she wants to always be the one to look amazing? or-
100%. They're like dueling stylists.
I feel like Ashley is just like trying to evolve, but the clothes are wearing her.
I always
So Ashley's trying to evolve, but the clothes are wearing her. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can imagine. Because some of the fashions this season, I did not like Ashley's fashion. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know what the people are saying about yet. To be honest, yeah, I understand you not liking Ashley either. What fashion? The thing she's been wearing this season, I agree. It's like, but then again, if she was always wearing tank tops, I get people are noticing that she don't be wearing tank tops no more. She's been delivered. But yeah, I don't agree that she's been giving us the fashions. I don't know why anyone in their right mind would be calling out Ashley. Yeah, as being the fashion person, please.
I feel like she's like playing dress up.
Yes.
You know,
Like a kid
yeah.
playing dress up in the closet.
You want to wear the clothes. You don't want the clothes to wear you.
I agree with Stacey and Wendy. I'm not gonna lie. Those clothes be wearing the hell out of Ashley.
Can you rate each other's outfit from 1 to 10?
Oh, okay.
easy.
Well, that's easy.
10.
10.
Hello?
Are you crazy?
Come on. It's a chocolate girl.
Is that a rhetorical question?
No.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Who has the most?
I love the synergy between Wendy and Stacey. You can tell they genuinely get along outside of the cameras as well. I love that.
Questionable style.
Stacy.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Stacy. I'm not sorry because you're not trying.
Summer dresses 365. Like, you know what I
Girl,
mean?
it's like a flower child going wild. It's just
it
like
is.
You know who I think does an impeccable job, especially being someone who hasn't been on the cast that long? Jazzy Harris.
Yes. Did this girl just call herself? I even thought she was going to give it to Kay, not her saying Jazzy Harris. That girl, she almost got me for a second. I thought she was gonna say Kay. She said Jazzy Harris.
I have to pause for a second. Who's she talking about? I think
exactly. I am Tia right now. Maybe it's the British thing. She's like, I had to pause for a second and think, who's she talking about? Yep, same thing. Only to find out she's talking about herself.
She's talking about herself. Giselle probably has the most personal style.
Yeah, Giselle definitely has her own personal style. I don't know what it is, but she is doing something. It may not be our style, but yeah.
No, I mean in terms of like, because we did Love Hotel together too, and like everything she wore was so Giselle coded. Like it was like her aesthetic to a T. And don't get me wrong, she looks good. The girl knows how to dress herself, but there is definitely.
Monique has a mouth on her. Monique was like, no, she doesn't. She doesn't know how to dress herself. Well, I will say I'm glad Monique is back. She seems to have good energy. So I'm like, please keep this energy this season, honey. I love the smiles. Monique is a beautiful woman. I don't think I've ever thought, don't get me wrong, I've always thought she was gorgeous, but I didn't think she was that fine. She looks good.
Yes, she does. Don't do that. She does have her own style.
Yes.
She does not know how to dress herself.
But she's come a long way. Now I feel she's wearing things that accentuate her body because her body is slamming these things.
She has a really good body. I'm not going to lie. Giselle won at the beauty game. She looks good facially. She is gorgeous. And that body is budding. So let's
been showing way more cleavage.
I know.
For me, I just was feeling fun, light, flirty. And I feel like Aria earrings, Aria dress, Jimmy Choo shoe.
Yes.
Just a little fun on my hand. These are like a mix between Swarovski and a little David. I feel like we could go to the disco together. Like we're matching.
Too. I think maybe we should keep this on, go somewhere, get some drinks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into it.
When
To be fair, yes, Angel and Kay definitely look like they were going to the same place. I will say that. So they definitely, I think they did well with the pairing. It seems to be meshing very, very well so far. We're going to keep
I show
watching.
up, I'm only dressing for you.
Let's talk about your fashions. What's the inspiration?
Okay.
I didn't think of an inspiration.
I love how Tia is just saying what she has in her mind. She's like, yeah, I did not think of an inspiration. When they all had the party, all Ashley needed was a pole. Yep. And now she's talking about high fashion. Okay. And remember, don't forget the so-called dancer that she had at her event. It was very, very ratchet.
Okay, you go first because you are looking like a goddess from the Garden of Eden, okay?
Okay, we've watched that. Okay, let's watch the others.
I've decided I want average to a little bit bigger. The guy.
Oh, so I'm guessing this is her talking about who she wants to
Guys
get.
have had like baseball bats in their pants. I'm at a place in my life where like you're not going to tear up my insides.
I mean, a baseball bat is like.
No, girl. Giselle's like, she don't want it to be big. Giselle's like, I'm too grown for that. I do not want you doing too much. Okay.
A weapon. Like.
Yeah.
not a weapon.
And I don't want like 3 days to recover. I don't want.
Girl, no, 3 days. What does he? What does he have that requires 3 days to recover? Yeah. What is going on? That's a poll, honey.
People who are looking for a baseball bat, where are you finding?
Now, where are you finding it?
Just say, yeah, you're so bad.
Back in the day, I've been like,
So what do you
bring
say?
it on.
So when they take down their trousers, you say, no, thank you.
Well, he took a shower. He got out the shower, and I was just like, that's not entering me.
And he's like,
Giselle said that is not entering me. Oh my gosh.
Nigerian, he'd give her twins.
What is with the Nigerian twins? Is it the yams?
It's the yams. We actually, if you're Yoruba, we're known as the twin tribe. We have.
Yep. Tia is right about that. We are the twins. There's so many twins in my family, honey. It's like, come get your twins.
1 in 25. We're the most likely to have twins.
Darius is a twin, actually.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a twin.
Are we trying?
Yeah, we're holding on for dear life over here. Is there a pregnancy test around?
Oh, is there a pregnancy test around? We can reveal it here today.
Yes.
I'll go to the loo with you. Go on, Jazzy.
Yes.
The viewers want to know.
Want to CVS?
This will be a real life, real moment, okay?
Yes.
Oh my god, they have so much energy and so much chemistry together. I'm not gonna lie, they all seem to be like getting on so well.
Okay, after show.
I was thinking about getting one.
Really?
So there we go. Let's
I mean, yeah, I honestly think I'm good, but is there like a 50-50 chance? Yeah.
Do you really want to do one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, they did a full-on test. Yes, they definitely need to keep Jazzy at this point because Jazzy is bringing the energy. Now Greasy's mouth is big enough. Oh my gosh.
Okay, Jazzy. Here you go.
Oh my god. They brought the clear blue out. Jazzy. Oh my gosh. What do we think? Do we think Jazzy is pregnant or not? Let's know in the chat. What do you all think? Do you think she's pregnant?
There you go.
We're about to find out if we have
Okay, do I need to go to the restroom now?
Yes. If we have a little Darius.
Don't say that to
Jazzy
you.
twins.
That will be so scary.
Okay.
We'll be
Okay,
waiting.
all right, let me go, and because just in case I want to tell Darius first.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh God, what if it's positive? Oh my God.
Oh, I am so nervous for her, and I'm not the one taking the test. Oh my gosh. It's like, why am I nervous? Like, I'm not the one taking the test. Please.
All right, I got the golden ticket.
Okay. So you have peed
I have.
on the stick.
I peed on a stick. I didn't look at it.
Okay.
I text Darius.
What do you say?
to let him know I'm peeing on a stick.
Okay. What do you
Is
say?
he excited?
I don't know, actually.
You seem a bit nervous.
He probably is still in practice right now.
Okay. Do we have to wait like 5 minutes?
I think it's been 5 minutes.
You think it's been 5 minutes?
I think so.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
How are you feeling?
Wait. Okay.
This is serious, you guys.
Of course.
Why am I getting anxiety? I had to do a deep breath, honey, for this. Like, girl, chill.
A baby's always
Okay.
serious.
Is there a paramedic on deck?
I definitely
What do you need a paramedic
I will
for?
pass out.
No, you need a gynecologist, babe.
I want to celebrate. I want to do shots.
Okay.
Wait, not if she's with child.
No, but you and I will take the shot for her.
yeah,
But
we
if
will.
you're
You can't
not,
drink,
then
babe.
you can have the shot too. So
If I'm not, I'm definitely taking a shot.
You look like you may need
okay,
one.
so just wait. So just wait.
I think we should hold.
I really, really love the chemistry between these three. It's actually been so fun for us to watch. Like, I'm actually really enjoying this. And I'm like, maybe we should have seen more of this on the show, guys. More of this instead of Angel's annoying A. Like, it would have been nice to see more of this on the show. Oh, too bad. Too bad.
On to the extra one.
All right. Okay,
You
we're
can
ready.
smell
We're
it,
ready.
babe.
We're ready.
All right. So I didn't look. I promise I didn't.
Okay.
Peed on a stick.
Oh my god.
Not pregnant.
she still has drips. There drips on there and everything. There's a drip on there.
Wait, is there drip?
There was a drip on there.
I didn't see any white.
Oh, I was so excited.
All right.
No,
well deserved.
I'm so happy.
Okay.
Yes, I
All
am.
right, so 2, you
Not being knocked up.
eventually going to be pregnant.
Yes.
Okay.
When the time is right.
Yes, when the time is right.
Cheers. Until then, we're getting drunk.
Gosh, that was a lot.
Woo.
This is actually great. You guys really saved me a stop.
I've just
She said you guys really saved me a stop. Yeah. I'm glad that Tia and Jazzy were able to cut it up and be cool.
decided I want average to a little bit bigger.
Okay, we've seen this.
So we love the new girls,
Love
but
'em.
they are impressionable.
Tia, this was your first year. What was your first impressions of everyone?
Keep it real, Tia. What was the first impression?
Listen, okay, I was most excited about meeting Stacey because you had told me so much about her.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see if her look gave off liar.
I hadn't even been introduced.
Wow. Not Tia really riding on Stacey being a liar. Like, girl, you don't even know the girl. Like, Tia, I like you, girl, but that's why I disagree with you. It's a little bit too early for you to be repeating what Giselle said to you about Stacey being a liar. I'm just
Used to
saying.
Tia, and she was already like commenting on my life and
Yeah, that's
her
weird.
perception of what she thought was going on in the conversation. And she was sort of chiming in and saying, well, what do you think? And could it possibly be? And I'm like, who are you? Ma'am? Who are you? And so it was jarring. It was weird.
I don't know what a liar looks like, but I just
Tia is starting shade. It's not a shade. I wanted to see if that was the look of a liar.
Yeah, I don't know what that look would give, but I just wanted to know if it was giving liar. Well, initially when I first met Tia, I love an accent, and she's very posh, and she just had this like sort of air of confidence about her that I really appreciated. And she always is trying to kiss me, you know? When I met Giselle, she said to me, the minute my friend Ashley meets you, she's gonna fancy you. Nothing. Well, not a bum pinch, not a... I'm just disappointed. Ashley is a lot of fun, but I felt like initially she was like, I'm not just gonna give it all to you just yet. I need to fill you out.
She gotta size you up first.
I think she's still sizing me up.
When I first met Tia, I was really just trying to feel her out. She's a very classy lady. I appreciate who she is as a woman, a wife, and a businesswoman.
Oh, honey. So Angel came to my house. Not just Angel, but it was Angel, her husband, and one of her children. And we had a picnic outside in my backyard.
I love that.
Bobby was playing football.
Angel went over to Wendy's house. That's nice. I feel like that's what they need to be showing, not the Angel that we think is cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. Like, yes, no.
Ball with Eddie and the boys. We were vibing. Angel literally told me, this is the realest conversation I've had in this group. Like, this is the best I've felt in this group.
Really?
So imagine.
Even compared to Kay?
Eesh. Not Stacey trying to bring Kay in it. Stacey, like, stop trying to start mess. Stacey's like, even better than Kay? But yeah, I suspect better than Kay, because even Kay and Angel don't seem fun together. I'm going to be honest. They don't seem fun together at all.
Yes.
Right?
And so imagine my surprise when we were at Kay's house for Preakness, and Angel completely flipped on me.
Oh, so they even, oh my goodness. So they had a personal meet before that. And Angel was cool with her and talking about this is the best interaction she's had in the group, only to then show up and it's different. Oh, wow. She's definitely a flip-flopper. She can't be trusted. She's a people pleaser. Gets around somebody, says what they want to hear, moves on to someone else, says what they want to hear.
Let's try and use some emotional intelligence, okay?
Girl. Now that explains why Wendy looks taken aback. She looks very, very shocked. Because telling her to use some emotional intelligence when you were the one, yeah, is weird. Is weird. You were with her just chilling previously. That's crazy.
When you find out things that hurt and shock you, you respond one way. When you sleep on it, I'm not gonna have the same energy that I had when I found out. That's the end of it.
And I'm like, I welcomed you into my home.
Exactly.
Hi, Dr. Jackal and Mr. Hide Me.
Monique, what led you to come back into the group?
Ashley let me in. Literally, Ashley let me in. So what's funny is Ashley and I have never lost contact. So we've been in touch like over the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, you know, always checking on each other, seeing how each other are doing, getting together for lunch. And I would always tell you, like, I'm not coming back. And you're like, I had a dream. And in your dream, I'm like, all right, Martin Luther King, I ain't coming back. Like, it's not happening.
I am a bit of a psychic, okay?
Yes, I know it.
And
I know
I felt it. I was like, Monique is going to be here again, sitting with me.
Yeah.
Last time.
Monique, you better don't trust that bee because it's not going to last for that very long. She's going to probably switch up on you soon enough anyway.
I saw Monique, I will never forget. I had on my canary yellow dress. I was sitting at the end of the couch, and she had a binder.
I need to go and watch that because that binder is something special. I need to just go back and watch that so I can familiarize myself with that season.
And was reading people page by page.
Ooh, the infamous binder.
And if you like to see him, I got him in my little receipt book right here. He's always asking about her schedule. He's sending screenshots to her whenever he's doing his little church tours. You want me to call out his phone number? I'm sure she knows what his phone number is.
I will never forget that moment in my life.
I remember her with the binder. I remember she was reading Girls for Phil.
Like, everybody remembers that binder, honey. That binder is priceless. Do you hear me? Like, priceless.
Yeah. And I'm like, this girl sounds exciting.
Yeah.
She left season 5 in a blaze. Okay.
Oh, okay.
In a hot buttered blaze. And the blaze was geared towards me.
Oh. He's definitely been talking to another woman, and it's clear conversations.
I don't believe anything that comes out of Monique's mouth or anything that she has in her binder. I'm glad she's done some bindering. I got all the heat, all the fire.
And it's funny because I don't even know if you realize this, but I would still know I'm coming back.
What was your apprehension?
Fear. Fear. I didn't know if I would even be welcome back in. You know, like I left on a crazy note and I did a
She definitely left on a drop mics moment. It was like you were, She's like, there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go.
lot of growing and healing at that point.
Bajan says that was the best reunion ever. I watched it the other day. Do you think it's worth me watching the season, that particular season from the start, or should I just watch the reunion? What do you think? Just watch the season, so just watch season 5, or just watch season 5 reunion? What do you think?
And I'm different from
Because I never actually watched it. I only saw clips of the reunion online.
what I was. So I said, what better way to test how much I've grown?
This is the ultimate test, I must
It
say.
is.
Girl,
I had to come on back home.
you did.
Yeah,
And we're glad
yeah.
you did.
Yeah, you had to come on back home because you went over to Carlos King and it did not work out the way he told y'all it was going to work out. Okay. So she decided that the Bravo I know is better than, the devil I don't know.
Yeah, I am too.
So we love the new girls,
Love
but
'em.
they are impressionable.
Tia, this was your
She said, we love the new girls, but they are impressionable. Let's see what the comments are saying. Monique's outfit is just no, I don't know. I never really liked her, honestly. I just hope she won't come back beefing with about a single man. Yeah, fair enough. I don't want to read the rest. This was after Wendy allegations. Oh, was it? So was it filmed recently, or because it may have been filmed earlier than then? So I don't know if it was filmed recently. The Potomac women are so effing gorgeous. Yes, they are. They can't take Stacy. She looks fab, and I dislike when the new girls come in with their formed opinions already on other cast members based on others' opinion. Yeah, I don't like that too. Wendy, Monique, and Stacy. Yep. They look good. They look really, really good.
I've
Let's see.
decided.
Any interesting thing? Oh, I love Jazzy T and Giselle's group. They have the vibes and seem like they're having the most fun. I agree. It just seems very, very organic. Everybody's vibing. This is a great trio. The chemistry is organic and fun. Yep. Someone said I actually love them, and I never thought I would say this, but I think I love Giselle. I know what you mean. I love me some Giselle this season. I'm not gonna lie. This was so much fun to watch. I had to do it twice. Fantastic chemistry with this three. I love me some Tia. Yep. I definitely agree that all of them are gorgeous. All of them look so good. Yeah, everybody's really doing bits. I love them. I'm gonna go on Jazzy's Instagram when I get off to look, because someone just said Jazzy's body is so tea. I saw the booty, but I didn't see the whole body. So I'm gonna go on her Instagram and snoop and look. Let's see what I can see about that body though. But yeah, that's quite funny. Okay. Let me just see what the comments is saying. Watch the whole season. I'm trying to remember if Monique came in season 4, but Grizzle and roommates were digging at her. Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, I would definitely go and watch the whole season just so I can be like, it can be nice and fresh in my mind, because I never really watched the season. And that's the thing, like I never really watched Potomac from the start. So I'm sure there's stuff that, which is why like I think I don't have those strong feelings like you guys have about like Ashley and Giselle, because I haven't seen much of them. I think I've only watched this last season and this current season ever. The rest have just been like me seeing stuff on social media. So I feel like maybe that's why I don't have like real strong feelings about Giselle and Ashley, to be honest. So I think that's probably what that is. So yeah, I definitely think that it'll be very interesting to see how Monique does with the cast. I think it would be definitely very interesting to see how Monique does with the cast. Because I think Monique definitely, with that binder, Monique definitely knows how to bring it together. Okay. So I think it'll be very, very interesting to see how she does, like in general, with everything. So guys, did you guys watch Bell Collective? Let me know if y'all watch Bell Collective. I do also wonder, let me see if I can find Angels Watch What Happens Live, like maybe some clips here and there. That would be very, very helpful if I can find some of the clips, because I remember she was on Watch What Happens Live. Let me have a look and see if I can get that. Um, okay. I cannot see that, but let me show you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing one of Monique's confession looks. It's definitely very gorgeous. Monique, I'm like, girl, I forgot you were this fine. Okay. Girl with the locks. And she's giving me looks for days. So I'm about to try some of these lock styles that she's doing at this point. Vajan says you missed when Karen checked Ashley had. Yes, she was sniffing around Karen's daughter fishing for info, and Karen told her to go and procreate with a pervert husband. Oh my god. What season was that? Let me know so I can go watch that one. Because I definitely need to catch up on the seasons. I'll start watching here and there wherever I can. Look at Ash. No, not look at Ashley. Look at Angel. Angel looks good. Look at that face, dude. That's what I mean. She's a gorgeous woman. So it's just a shame that I feel like. And look at the booty, right? Like, girl, you look good. So once I die for how Angel's storyline is coming together, she's clearly a sweet girl and one of the few women on the show who's actually a housewife, but her intro to the group has been unfortunate. Absolutely. She's just not giving herself. Yeah, she's not doing too well for herself. Angel seems like such an amazing person, but she might not be a real housewife material. You gotta have thicker skin on reality TV. Yes, she doesn't have thick skin at all. Someone said, judging by her confessionals, I'm sure if she brought that angel to the table, things would have been different. Absolutely. It's like a mean girl trying to be nice. It's like, girl, it's fake. It's not coming across well. And there's always cracks in your personality. Just own it. Own who you are. And that's just what it is, right? Someone said she's not giving herself the chance to get to know the group, which is always the biggest mistake rookies made. She came in hot and heavy with whatever Kiana told her, and that's blocking her from truly connecting with the group. I couldn't agree more. That is literally what is blocking her from connecting with the group. It's so sad. Let me see. Is there anything interesting? Let me see if there is anything else. If not, we are going to wrap for the day. Oh, Real Housewives of Atlanta has finally wrapped. They finally wrapped, so I hope they give us a good season. The girls look okay. I don't know what some of them are wearing, but I guess they look okay. I don't see Portia in sight. I don't see Portia in sight. I don't want to play because I don't want to get in trouble with any of the music. Where is Portia? I don't see Portia. Is Portia there? Let me see. Or is that Portia here? I can't really see the face. I think that might be Portia there. Yeah, I think that might be Portia there. But Portia is like, I'm not about to get in there, but I'm going to hype you all up. To be fair, Portia already told you all she's not an extrovert. She is a paid introvert. So what did she call herself? Yeah. Real Housewives of London would not air on Bravo in the US despite recent fan reports. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even watch it, and I live in London, so yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Okay, I don't really see anything else that is interesting. Let me have a quick look on some of these ones. Nope. I don't think there's anything else that is worth talking about. I think I already checked this one. Yep. Okay, guys, I think let's call it a night. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Thank you so much for, hanging, and thank you for being in the chats and sharing your comments. Thank you to everyone for liking. I really appreciate you guys. Bajana said, just sent you the clip in your DM on Insta. Oh, thanks, hon. Thanks. I'll have a look. Thank you so much. But yeah, thank you everyone for being in the chat. Thank you everyone for joining tonight. It's been a fun time. And I believe Braxton will be coming out if it hasn't come out already, so we can maybe talk about it. If it's out by tomorrow, then maybe we can talk about it tomorrow on live together. But yeah, I think that is it. To be honest, I'm tired. I need to get ready for bed. Sorry. Sorry, I'm yawning, guys. So yeah, I'm going to love y'all and leave y'all. For the replay gang, if you're joining and listening later on, please, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for listening. Please hit that like button and let us know your comments in the comment section below, or comments so we can interact with you guys. But yeah, thank you everyone for a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Good night, Bajan. Good night, Tommy. Good night, Nanny of the Maroons. Good night, Chrissy. Good night, EY. Good night, Sunshine. Good night, Shanice. Good night, Ebony. Good night, Taiwan. Good night, Alf Dallas. Rock 9503, and anyone else I have not mentioned. Thank you so much for joining tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Good night, my lovely passion. Have a wonderful evening. Good night, everyone. Bye.